You took on a little bit of a heightened role each year at Iowa, and it seemed like you got a little bit more responsibility. Just how were you able to kind of keep adapting your game and keep kind of just getting better and better as your role expanded?
Yeah, I'm someone who really likes to learn a ton of new things and put in a ton of work. And each year I've adapted to a new role, and I've learned kind of what it takes to continue to be successful in the Big Ten and in college basketball. And I've shown that since high school. Continued growth. And I always say there's an adjustment period to every new role you're getting in. So right now, that the game feels a lot faster and longer. So there's kind of the adjustment period right now, but eventually I'll settle into that role, and then whenever I get to the NBA, I'll be able to settle into whatever role the team gets me, and then just continue to keep getting better every year.
What do you want teams to know about you during this process?
I think, I mean, it's pretty cliche, but I think I'm the biggest competitor that there is. I'm literally willing to do whatever it takes, fill up waters, be a cheerleader, whatever the team needs to win. And that's something I've always really taken personally, is doing everything I can to help my team win. And I'm more than just a shooter. I'm a competitor who gives it everything all the time.
One more quick one, just being an Iowa native and then playing at Iowa, how much did it mean to you to represent your home state in college and now representing it again at the NBA level?
Yeah, it's very special, and there's kind of like the fraternity of guys that come from Iowa, and it's very rare to be able to make it to this level. So it's been a very cool experience, with all the support back home, and hope I can keep making them proud.
In the NBA and kind of emulate or model your game after?
Like I said, growing up watching, playing soccer. So when I get to the academy, that one of the coaches asking me who was my favorite player, and I told him that I didn't grow up watching basketball. He said, "Now you have to start watching basketball." So every night I was going to his home so we can watch basketball together, and I've loved it and trying to learn from almost every player. And I was loving to watch like Evan. I like to watch Evan Moblins, Rudy Gobert, Serge Ibaka, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, and Pascal Siakam. Yeah, and Kevin Garnett too.
It's a good list. What do you want fans in the NBA to know about you? Like, what kind of player are you if they've never seen you play? What kind of stands out about how you play basketball?
Something that people will. That's the question?
Yes.
Yeah. That I'm very hard-working person and determined. That's how we say in English?
Yes.
And I love playing defense. Yeah.
English is very good. How long ago did you learn English?
Yes. Yeah. I speak 6 languages, so that's why.
Second day of the NBA Draft Combine, just what has this experience been like, and does it start to kind of feel a little bit real as you get the ball rolling to the NBA Draft next month?
Oh yeah, it's starting to feel a little real. Once I got here and seeing all the NBA logos up and just seeing the combine and getting the gear, it's starting to hit me.
You started your college career, if I'm not wrong, at Ohio, right? For 2 years at Ohio, and then you did 2 years at Alabama. What allowed you or what motivated you to make the switch and kind of take your game up another level?
I always felt like even coming out of high school that I was one of the better players in my class, and I never really had the opportunity due to COVID to really show that. And so going to Ohio was just a place that could really develop me. And then that year I really wanted to transfer up and just I went the real exposure. So I felt like first year, very successful, with #1 in NCAA tournament seeding. And then that next year, it was kind of like my year at Ohio when I made that big jump.
What is Alabama doing so well right now that's helping prepare guys for the NBA? It seems to be a trickle of them more and more as the years go on under Nate Oates.
I feel like that's the best program to get you ready for the NBA, of how we run things over there. We're very similar to NBA style over there.
So what kind, the way you played at Alabama, is that going to be how you hope to translate your game into the NBA? What kind of player do you envision yourself being in the NBA?
Yeah, exactly. How we play, we it's either get the 3 up or a layup or just playing, reading, making reads and playing basketball. That's very fun. Especially as a player, just with so much freedom we had, and I feel like that's going to translate over well to the NBA with the reads we're going to make.
So you played with Brandon Miller last year. obviously had a tremendous season in Charlotte, his first season. What kind of impact has he had on you? Just if you talked to him at all about this process, or I guess what kind of role has he helped both teammate and as a friend?
As a friend, he just someone I could just talk to whenever I need to, and he's been a very good help during this process. Also a good friend.
What's it like being here in Chicago this week and playing in front of these NBA teams?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Last year I was here, but I didn't do the 5-on-5, the scrimmages. Yeah, it's a lot different than back in Europe. Like the court is different, like the ball is different. So yeah, the fast-paced game. So it's tough. I wouldn't say it's tough, but it's new for me. I am still not used to it. So yeah.
Playing for the last month for Mega, you seem to have been playing very, very well for that team. Is it something happened that you kind of were able to take another step over this last couple weeks that you've really kind of finished the season strong?
I mean, just practice and repetitions. In Mega, we are working extra hard, 2 days for 2 hours. Maybe sometimes more. You put the extra work in, and it has to come back. Not tomorrow, not in 5 days, but eventually it will come back.
That program has obviously produced a lot of NBA talent. Those guys that you watch or emulate, and what is it about that program that is kind of been so good at getting guys to the NBA? Is it exciting to kind of be, maybe the next guy part of that fraternity?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Mega is the only club in Europe that practices it's an NBA club, so they know how to produce players because everyone in Mega is super young. It's like the youngest team in Europe. Yeah, sorry. So we practice hard each day, so it helps us improve.
What kind of player do you envision being in the NBA, and what do you want fans here to kind of know about what kind of player you will be if they haven't had a chance to see you play?
I mean, definitely a two-way player. I can play defense and offense. I can create, I can shoot, I can score. So yeah, I would say an all-around player.
Just real quick, because we work for the Hornets, and we got to spend some time with Vasa this year and Alexei, those guys that you know it all. I know they're a little bit older, but just kind of seeing how they've navigated their careers. Did they, the Serbian players, kind of keep in contact with the guys coming in?
I mean, personally, I don't know Pokuševski. I've seen him play, but Vasa, I know him. During this summer, we worked out once together. And he was talking to me about the details, about the pull-up jump shot, the pick and roll situations. So it helped me a lot this season.